Good day, welcome to Multinet Design. In the continuation of our shopping plaza that we are working on, in this tutorial we are going to progress to another level of floor, and at the same time we're going to apply color to some of these rooms so that we make it look more real and realistic. And before we now come to details of the mechanical activities like stair, elevator, and so on and so forth, this will come up later. But now let's focus on the last part, which is the room. So in the I've said before, we're going to go on another floor, which is what I want to create. So remember, when I go to elevation that time, I only have two levels. So level 1 and level 2. So I'm going to expand this one now. So by clicking this, so expansion, and I will extend it to as many as possible, where I'll be able to capture the full length of the whole building, so that I'll be able to gather the elevation at once and do whatever I want to do with it. So that is the extension. So I'm going to drag this up as well. So what I do here, I will do it another part. So that's, I'm going to do that again. So click here, then I will drag like that, zoom out. So I drag as far as I want and drag as far as I want. So later we will later still adjust most of this and get our befitting edge together. So I think with these two sides, I can go on and do whatever I want to do, especially with the south, which is accurate. Now I'm going to select this, then bring it to the extending part, which is here. So drag it out. It's okay. I think the lower parts will be able to follow, if I'm not mistaken. So I think this one should be the next. Okay, it's not good with it, so I'm going to drag it manually again. Good. So as I have it now, the next thing I need to do, let me check whether this one follow as well. Did it follow? Okay, this one follows. So what I need to just click is create similar and select this. So it's going to tell me that it's creating more additional to it. So at this tab now, I'm going to have like 3.5 again, or let me just have 4,000 because it's going to be more higher. So 4,000, or just draw it, draw whatever you want to draw, and don't change the, and later change the. So I'm going to leave it here. Understand? So I'm still going to drag all this one back outside again. So this is 3.5, which is from here. It's going to be 3.5, but I'm going to change it to 7.5. I want it more taller. So now that's the height that I want. So I'm going to extend this one again by zooming out. Then you drag outside far. So you drop it where it's far, you feel like it's okay for you. So here I drop it. Good. So I have it in place. I can decide to go more by extending the upper part because of the roof level. So you need that as well. So from here I can change to 4,000 if it's your wish. Okay. So this one is going to be 4,000 the height because of the, so at this one again is going to be of the same height with this. So I have done this one in the way I want it to. I will extend it go up. So I will now go to west to look at what I've done, whether they are in accurate position, which is the two are there, but the only one is because of this. So because I did the crop was done predominantly before I completed the whole design. So I'm setting this one in place. So I'm going to extend this one again from here and then drag it out. I think with this, so I drag this one up again to fit in. So process step by step is what I'm trying to let me explain so that you'll be able to grab and work out with it. So now after we have done with this one, so what else do we need to do? We go back to level 3, we name this one and you rename it and you call it level 4. Just only change the 3 to 4 to 3 and you say yes. So you change the 5 again, can rename it to whatever you want to name it, but just name it in such a way that you'll be able to remember and understand what you are doing. So that's the most important part. So you click here and say 4. So you follow each other accordingly. So click OK. So what we need now is that we go back to the level 3. So using our range of the level 2 as our guide. So everything we want to do, we want to start from only this grid, which is grid 6, to the last part. That is where our focus. So that is what we want to work on. And whatsoever we do after them, it's none of the business of our creative ingenuity again. So after this, we will just focus on the reality. So what do we do here is that we go to level 2. First, I need to copy everything I have at this side. I just want to do copy and paste straight up. Don't need to bother myself with that. So because I'm going to copy here, I will now say come to here, and I will say paste to current view. So I have it now. So what are the things that I need? So I need to extend this, come down. So by the time I'm doing the elevation packaging, then I will work on those remaining one and get it done. So I'm going to select this one. So I will shift this. It will not going to, let me just leave it that way. Then this one is going to come like this. Say as it come like this, I'll close it. Just close this one up. So you can close this one as well. So this part is there open. Now this is the office like I've set. So I've set office here, and this is going to be office as well. So there are so many things that are going to come up in this position. So we're going to figure out everything one after the other. So now this is office and this is another office. You get. So at the below level, this office is getting access from outside. I've said. So it's going to be outside of the but when it comes to the level 1, so the access is going to be here within. So you just like clicking here and say create similar, that is door, and then the access to this is going to be here. So why this office have many access around itself, so it can be here, it can be here, depends on the demarcation. By the time we are doing the demarcation and get everything inclusive in place, so the fitness as well as have its own here. So we go back to this where we have done this one. So you go back to the elevation and see okay, you see the step at which most of these things have been taken. Now we're still going to come upon the same concept of different kind to make this thing look more exciting and more interesting. But before then, what we need to do is that we need to cover up most of the open space. And how do we do that is by using a deck roof. So go back to the level 2, level 3. So at the level 3 now, what do? We go and say roof. So say roof by footprints. So here we check a lot of roof. So concrete, cool concrete something is what we're going to use. So just select that and cover it up from here, and you cover it to this point. So what do we have? All what we just need is to we define the slope. So the slope here is going to be minimal, but it's going to fall outside without body no. So we realize will be slopey, and we create define slope and we create it and we say 2. So it's not going to be feasible like that, but the slopes are there. So when you look at it on 3D, you see that place is covered up. Can you see? So we can later adjust it if it's something that we want to adjust and give it something like 1. Are you getting it? So it's going to close down. So the same thing we do here, the same thing we're going to do at the opposite side. So let's say we go back there and say go back to level 3, and we say create similar thing. So the way we have done it here is the same way we are going to do it there too. So we just select straight up by clicking here, just normal rectangle to quickly do what we need to do. So we stop this one here. So the reason why is that we are bringing another thing, different thing to this position. So we click here and we say adjust, and we will say define slope, which is this, and then you click only one side, just inside part, let me just say outside, depends on you, and say define. So here you type 1 and you say okay, just okay, do not attach, good. So we're done with that. Go back to 3D, view what you have done, fine. So we're still progressing in what we are doing. So all these things are there, and systematically they are in the position where we want them to be. So what are those things that's going to be here? I will extend this one up. So this one is going to go up, and I will have it 4,000, 5,000 the height. So there is something design that is coming here. So all those things are going to blend them together and get the idea in a big level. So the same thing here, I'm going to align here. This is how I have here. So just align the top of this plan to the top of this. So do the same thing here as well. So every align to the top. So you align the upper parts so that you have the same all through. So, and you do the same thing as well. So the concepts are coming up little by little. So what do we have here? Then something is giving us an issue that this place has not given the right movement. So I will leave this one like this. So this one will give me something special that I want to work on at this level. So I have done this one. So what am I going to do to this part that is open? So I'll go back to level 2. At the level 2 now I need to deck this place. So I'm going to use the same roofing mechanism. So select the roof. So the same roof that I've been using before, concrete. So I will still continue by using my line. So I will just create this, do this, and do this, then do this, then this. So I fix them up like that. So I can like close this one up instead of me doing the rough work. So I'll do it that way. Then select all two. I think I am done with this. Through with this. So I just need to select the way I've done before. I will say define slope. So select only one part, which is this side, and I will call it 1. So 1 degree, which is what I need here. So go back to 3D and see the focus what I'm getting done. So now I have issue with this one. This one has come out more for me, which I don't want. So there's something that I've done here which I also want to do. So I'm going to level 1. I'll select all instances here. Just click select all instances at this level. So click. So what is the height? 3. So I'm going to height 3. That's 350. Need to come up so that you'll be able to meet up with what I have created. So it will be fixed up here. So there won't be any gap or any space to. So why I have done this, I'm going to edit this and change it. So I'm going to duplicate that so that we'll be able to maintain the 150 thickness of this area. So this is done. Yeah. So I'm going to cover the roof of this place again. So before I now start placing colors in the room, before we start doing mechanical work. So I will go to level 3. So the level 3, which is here. So I need to cover all this place with roof. So I'm going to click the same roof, then I will just highlight everything. So any other adjustments when you start the process of you're going to be making adjustments towards them. So we just need to get the whole concept fit in and right. So I will select this one. I will say define slope. Instead of me having it say, I'm going to have it this one at this side, and I'm going to make it higher, a little bit higher than the before. So this one is going to be 3. So I will click finish. So the reason is to enhance the elevation. So go back to the south elevation and see what I've created here. So you can imagine. So this is what I have here. So you click here and see level 4. So this is what this one will have for me. So at this level now, this is all what I've created. So when you go back to level 3, you can select on instance, then you add 500 to whatever that I've created. So select on instance in this view. That is level 3. Yes. Select on instance in this view. Then this one told me that it's Ferris, which is what if I continue with this one, I'll have issue. So I'll just like let me select all this from here. So it's giving me issue here again because I don't have what it takes. So let me select them all the external one. Because only the external aspects is what I need. I don't need the interior demarcation. So I have done with this. So I will just say Ferris, come here. And what will you do? You just say to select, and you call this one 3,500. So when you look at it from 3D, it should match up. So I think if it's not matching up, then you increase it again to 4,000 from here. And let's see what will happen. Yes, some are closing up. Good. This is just the rough concept of what we have for now at this position. So my issue with this is coming up differently. So what I'm going to have here is that I'm going to focus on this one by elevating it. So let me just give you the little idea of what I want to create by the concept. So the concept here is going to take another thing and another position entirely. And what are the positions that is going to take? Let me go to level. Let's say we go to level 1. We're going to mark one of the grid line. Okay, let's say this particular grid line, which is grid line C. So I'm going to start elevation. So from start elevation, I will go here and I will say roof by what? By not by footprints. I'm going to use roof by extrusion. Roof by extrusion will do the work for me. So I'm going to select grid line C. So grid line C, and I will say okay. So it's telling me level 4, where 4. Let me just leave it, any level can do. So more as much I'm doing what I want to do. So I'm going to introduce a line from here, which is what I want to do separately. So I'm going to do this one in a different form. So this is going to be, it's not going to follow the same level of line. So I will just say from here halfway, and I will draw it to this grid. I think this is the grid I'm coming to. Yes. So this is the part it's going to follow. So while I do that, I will extend this one to go front. Good. So when this one is up, I later just like assign this one so that we have the same level. But if it's having any issue with me, I will change this later. So click here and say finish. So when you say finish, we still maintain the same concrete route. So as the concrete route depth, so what we need to do is to come here and say attach the what to the roof. So you can imagine it's going to take the shape or whatsoever I want it to be. So I'll just click here and attach it again. So before I do the attachments, I have an issue. So I will need to, let me just remove the attachment straight up so that the way it was before. I will later do everything manually. This is going to get better. The whole idea is going to come up in a very beautiful way. So now what will I do is that I will go to my 3D first to see the situation of things. So from here now I have this. What does it mean? That this one is not cover this place that's supposed not to cover. So it does not matter. I just like come here and use this position to do whatever I want to do. So this is where I'll just drag. I'll drag here to this position, to this point. So you get. So I will extend it a little bit from the graphics. So this one is going to be, and I can click here or come to this sort of vision and extend it a bit. So let me just extend it like that. So when I click 3D, this is what I have. So as I have it now, is it going to be okay for me? It's not. So I will just edit a cut vertical. So when I cut vertical now, I will now have to follow the paths to which I want to create. So I'm going to level 2. So I will just like go to level 2. So the part which I want to cut, I'll just cut it straight up. So because I want it to cut a right position. So cut it off from here. Cut it off from here. Cut it off from there. Cut it off. So that's one part of cutting. So we cut one part like that. So the next one is that we cut the second part, which is this one. So you select. Now if this having an issue with you, then you know how to adjust. So here's the logic of Revit. So you do the same thing here by cut this one off. You understand? So you now like fix them by what? By trimming. So click finish. So what is it saying? Continue. So trim this one. Then continue now. So you have cut that place off. Look at it from here. So the vertical part is being cut off, and then you have your design based on what you are seeing here. So that is what we are able to do. So this is the concept of everything we are working on from this position. So our development is still continuing. So what do we need now to do is that we're going to do a good working on these positions. So we just want to like assign different colors to the shop and everything, so that all those things grab different area to justify them. So I'm starting straight up with something. So what I do here is that I want to have a room connector to everything. So I'm going to click on rooms. So let me just select rooms. I'm selecting this room. So and select another room. Then I have to, so let me just use this one. So that whatsoever I want to do, I will know how to do them in a separate. So I have 3 separate. Let me delete one, so I will focus on 2. So I will now use the remaining one to justify whatsoever I want to do in the nearer part. So as I have this one now, what have I done? I need to change something. So I will change this name. Let me copy this restaurant because I've already done it before. So let me copy Ctrl+C. So I will change this name. So I'm going to change this name. I'll call it restaurant, Ctrl+V. So that's restaurants for you. Like, you can press R. So the restaurant has been done here. So this is a fixed level. So for this part, which is room, I'm going to copy this. You can type it manually. It's not, doesn't matter. So you can, I'm just doing my own in my own way. So just do your own in your own way as well. Ctrl+V. So that is shop, which you have. Just change this one to capital so that it will be fitting. So later on, we're still going to work on the. So you can just say yes. Sorry. Yes, for this. So you can check the type. So those are the type area. So any area you want, if you want it to show area, you put it there. You don't want the number, you close the number. You don't want just only the area you want to be seen, which is okay. So good for that aspect. So you can adjust and adjust whatsoever. So this one later will still be there. Most of them that are not useful because I don't think I need this again. Okay, this is the total area of the restaurant. This is the total area of what of each shop. So what I need to do now is that I need to now assign color to them so that I'll be able to adjust based on the color as I'm using. So how would I do that? I will go to annotate. So from the annotate, I will say color fill legend. So you click that. So what will you do? And you just put it here. So say it should be here, and it's asking you the color scheme has not been assigned to this field. The legend is there. So how do you do that? So click on this space type, and I will say rooms. So that's where I want to use departments. I'm just going to use the name. So I will say okay. So the 2 of departments which are selected is what I have here. I have selected shop, and at the same time I selected restaurant. So the more room I created now, the more color is going to be assigned for me, and the more idea I'm going to. So that is it. Now before I move on, let me quickly edit this and change this. I don't like this area. I'm going to change that to techniques. So I will take techniques, which is I will change the size from here to 800. Then I want it to be title font as well. Techniques is what I want. So, and I will change the size again from here. Make sure that they are all equal, which is what. Let me change this one to 9. Let me have 9 or 10. So I think I'm done. Bold again. So I will say okay. Can you see? So everything is set to this parameter as I want it. So I have this one. I will just say click. So as I have this, I can select, double click it or single click it, whatever it's meant for me to do. Just like clicking double so that you're able to have what you want to have. So I'm saving. If you have not saved before, just leave that. So what I do here is I click on the shop. So I'm editing the label. You can adjust and whatsoever you want to do, add more space type, prefix, whatsoever you want to do, depends on you, and create more things. But we are not going to go deep on that level. So what I do here is I want to select this. The techniques I've selected, which is okay for me. So I'm going to increase the size of this because it's so small. So instead I'm putting it 8. So I'm making it bold and select like that. So I can adjust this one before I move to the proper level, which is volume. You can delete the volume if you don't want it, so it's your choice. I don't think I have the to do any follow. So the number, the room 101 is there, but I'm not specifying them to be used. So, but I'm just giving the space of this one here. So load to the project, and let's see what will happen. Override the system function, which is what I've done. So this is what is here. Cannot be using this one to do my action. So now, as I have this now, let me go to room. So another room, I will now pick more rooms. So like this. So this one is room. So you can select, or you come here before you just drop it. Drop it. Don't worry of whatsoever you are seeing. Just drop it like that. The room is not tagged, but you can just, all you just need is select whatsoever you want to do and change them to your home state. So here is room, and you change this one to shop here. You do the same thing here. You can select all the stands in this view, so everything is selected, but you don't do that because of the issue. So you select this one, and you say room, and you say shop. The same thing here. So as we are doing, everything that was associated with the shop are going to what? Are going to become shop. So okay, let's shop. So now let's quickly do one thing for the office, so that the office will have its own something, and cafe in different form. So I will select for the cafe, which is this one. Then I will select for the office, which is this one. So these two are going to be a different example entirely. So I'll select this one. I will say, I'll just change the name from here. I'll call this office. So you see automatically it change color. So we'll come here, I'll call this one cafe. So cafe, you see what will happen to automatically it change color. So the color changes, the label add up. So the more we do, the more we get it. So this is what we do, and this is how it continues. So the more the shop we create, the more everything. So here now we continue the progress by, let me color every area so that I will know that I've colored whatever I want to color. So I will just click room tag. So this is going to be, so this is going to be, and this is going to be. So as I've done with that, I don't need much to do again. So I will convert everything to shop, and this one is shop as well. So everywhere I have room, I will select. So the room tag, I will just select it. I don't need to change name again. All I just need to select the whole template, and I will change it to shop. Select this one too. Just search for that, then change it to shop, and select this one as well and change it to shop. Yeah, so do the same thing to this one and change it to shop. So that is all what we want to do. The room separator, the color adjustments. You can adjust the color of the restaurant if you want. Like this one, I just say this color scheme. So like my restaurant now, I can just like come here and I will change the color to something like deep orange. Let me just use this one. Okay, I think so. With this, it's going to be filled for me, yes, but the color is too deep. Understand? So I don't like the deep color like that, so it's too deep for my own use. So I just like adjust things to a little bit of good. I think it is okay. So you see, it's now cool and okay for my own use. So from here we can proceed. So I'm going to adjust this one where we want to start doing mechanical issues. So from here now you can use this one to justify whatever you want to do within this space, and everything is going to go on. So in the later on we work on this one and give it. So thanks for watching. You look at it until the new situation are coming up, the ideas are in flow. So this is how we stop.